Sooner Nation, to the AnythingOU Podcast. On the Sooner Summary, we have a very big announcement. We're sponsored by Horns Down Shop. You can get all of your Deshaun White and all your personal favorite OU gear over at their website. Link will be in the description. I'm your host, Christian Williams. I got my co-host, Drew England. Drew, how you doing?
I'm good. It's been a good week for Sooner sports. Can't wait to get into everything. Got a lot to cover today, so excited.
No, big time. Go check out Horns Down Shop. We'll see you in the video. Welcome back, Sooner Nation. You already know what it is. This is the Sooner Summary, uploaded every Sunday at 10 a.m., where we give a brief rundown of what happened the previous week, Oklahoma sports and across the university. We're going to be talking about a little men's, women's basketball, Jocelyn Allo, and the Sooner softball team. We're also going to be talking about some gymnastics and some other stuff as well, but we're going to jump right into this men's basketball game because it was upsetting. You know, we were down by 12, played a perfect second half, came back. Texas Tech did not score for like almost 9 minutes of the second half, and they still, at the very end, end up winning the game by 1 point. So a little brief rundown. Jalen Hill, 34 minutes, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 13 points. Played a really good game, man. I would argue he's one of the best cutters in college basketball, and I think it's a pretty good argument. Tanner Groves, 16 minutes, 9 rebounds, and 2 points. Tanner was kind of struggling with some injuries, kind of tweaked up his ankle a little bit, stuff like that. So he didn't get to play as much as we would have liked him to. And as far as the rotations that were working, he just really wasn't a part of them. And so we had Gibson, had a big game, man. I swear every time he shot a 3-point ball, you didn't know if it was going in or not because he was on that much. He would pull up from NBA line and was just nailing them. 9 minutes left in the game. Started getting a little chippy, but Gibson had 36 minutes, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 16 points. Had a pretty decent game. You got Goldwire. Man, he was everywhere. 34 minutes, hitting the oxygen. He was worn out. 34 minutes, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 14 points. Jacob Groves, 25 minutes, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 point. And CJ Nolan had 6 minutes, no rebounds, no assists, no points. A couple of others had a couple of points thrown in there throughout the game. And OU lost in the semifinals, 55-56. We had a chance to win the game off of a last-second shot. We missed a free throw, got the ball, went in the half-court line, brought it up, and we missed. So that's kind of how it went. We were down by 12, and yeah, pretty sad loss there. But Drew, what do you got? What do you got on it, man?
I mean, it was we battled. I was excited, happy for the way we fought and didn't just lay down and let Texas Tech roll us over. But I was really happy about that. It kind of sucked that Goldwire wasn't able to be in there for the final seconds. He was, cramping, oxygen, whatever it was. But I mean, all in all, Porter Moser's got this thing going in the right direction. Now it's the case for the tournament. I mean, we beat Baylor. A lot of people will forget that after last night, but had a really good win in the quarterfinals. Beat a very good Baylor team. That makes it our 5th top 15 win. Beat Texas Tech earlier in the year. Good win against Arkansas, Florida, Iowa State. Good resume, but I think down the stretch there were some games that we should have won that we struggled in. TCU. A couple of those, man, if we could have got one of those Kansas games, that would have been huge. Texas, I think, too. But all in all, not a bad year. Yeah, it was a little disappointing down there at the end, but I think Porter Moser, with what he had to work with, transfers, things like that, I'll take it as a win if we don't end up, sneaking in the tournament. But we certainly made a case, and it's something that the committee will probably at least have to discuss. But as of right now, I don't see us getting in the tournament.
I don't either. I mean, being in the hardest conference and seeing that we have beat 5 really good teams, do we have a case to be in there? Yeah. Do I want to see this team in there? Not really. And that's not me. Not me saying I don't believe in our basketball team. I fully believe in a Porter Moser team in March. I've been very active about it. And I've been, very vocal about what Porter Moser can do in March. Do I think we have the team to make a deep run? No. Do I think that we deserve to be in the first game? Yeah. Is it going to happen? Probably not. Win that Tech game last night on Friday night. No question about it. Whatever happened against Kansas, you were in. So it was kind of like if we want to go deeper in March, we had to win that game, and it just didn't happen. That's not, it wasn't intended the way that, that we all would have hoped that it would have gone down. It's not the cards that were dealt, but I think this was a great building block off of Porter's first year. And
absolutely,
it gave you a good sense of like what this program can turn into. And I'm all here for it. So,
yeah, I mean, because, if you think about it, it was a lot of transfers, a couple guys that came back and, didn't really have a lot of time to gel with each other. You get this off season to, bring your recruits in, bring guys coming back. And, now the talk's going to be, does Mo Gibson come back? Do the Groves brothers come back? Harkless already said he's coming back. So, man, if those pieces come back, it's going to be an exciting year next year. And, given an off season to get to know each other a little bit better, build relationships, have that time to practice. Hey, dude, who knows, Well,
not only that, but use those guys to kind of build off of, and just kind of go after recruits and say, hey, this is what I can do in my first year with people that didn't play here before. So it'll be super cool to see, who didn't play here before and who didn't play under my system. So it'll be super cool to see like the recruits that we get out of this, because I feel like that was a lot of people's gripe this year, was just at certain levels in the season, we didn't look like we had the talent. And it's not to say that we don't have talent. Gibson is an amazing 3-point shooter. Tanner Groves is an amazing forward. Jacob Groves he's great. So we had the talent. Jalen Hill, I mean, he just looked better after every single game.
He probably had the biggest growth from last year to this year. Like you were talking about, his ability to cut, go rebound, be physical, towards the basket. His shot was there too, And so I think, I'm excited to see, what this team can do moving forward. And hopefully some of those guys, decide to take that COVID year and come back. I wish Goldwire had one more year. That would have been cool. But, it's the future is definitely bright for Porter Moser and the OU men's basketball team.
No, it is. And I think that the more that we get to see teams like this, winning records, we're beating good teams, we're staying in the fight with a lot of good teams. Should we have won a lot of games this year, a lot more than we did? Yeah, we put ourselves in positions to win a lot of games this year and just could not close it out. You saw it last night. I mean, it's unfortunate. I think closing out, if we can get that under wraps, keeping leads and winning the ends of games, we're going to be really, really good next year.
Yeah, well, part of that too is just being able another year with each other and building those relationships, that chemistry that you need on the court, knowing where your strengths and your weaknesses are as a team. I think that was starting to figure a little bit of that out coming down the stretch, because I mean we won 4 games in a row there, so it wasn't a bad end of the season, but I wish we could have started this climb a little bit earlier and maybe won. Because we were right there against Kansas both times. Baylor was Texas, TCU, Iowa State that won. So I mean, there's a handful of games. We could be sitting here with very easily 22, 23 wins.
Easy.
So, but I'm excited though.
Oh, me too. Yeah, the excitement level for OU basketball, because before it was like, when's the next Blake Griffin, Buddy Hield, and Trae Young going to come along? We're waiting for that. Now it's like, oh wow, we can do something now. So it's exciting. It really is. And that leads me to the next thing, man. Jocelyn Allo breaking the NCAA home record last 96. Night. What was super cool, I'm not sure if you, Sooner Nation, if you got to tune into that game. We were playing Hawaii. Jocelyn's from Hawaii, and we played in Hawaii, and she broke the NCAA home record run.
How cool was that, man? That's awesome.
I'm sure for her, I'll drop a clip of the home run in here, but I'm sure for her it was special. That's something as a kid every athlete dreams of, not necessarily breaking a record, but to do it in the fashion that she was able to. And respect to Ashley. I don't remember her last name, but Ashley, the Hawaii's pitcher, thank you for pitching to her, because this was something that was going to happen either way, but you gave her a special moment. So super, super cool.
Yeah. And we got another run rule win,
Yeah.
But yeah, 19-0, we close out the weekend. This is Saturday when we're recording this. So we closed it out at 4 Central against Hawaii again. So, to go 20-0 and, bring in the boom.
Yeah. Student Nation, I want to touch on this really quickly. The podcast is sponsored. Link will be in the description. We touched on it in the intro, but if you're looking at getting a shirt like a Stoop Scope shirt that Drew is wearing, or to support number 23, the linebacker at the University of Oklahoma that we've had in the podcast, Deshaun White, you can do so there. Super great quality, man. These t-shirts are awesome, and
I love them.
Horns Down's only going up from here.
Yeah. hornsdownshop.com. I also ordered a burnt orange makes me puke, the Boz shirt. Had to get that one. So that's coming here. I'll be repping that here in some videos and stuff like that. But man, they do a great job. Their designs, everything like that. We're excited to work with them. We're excited to do some things in the future. Go out and get some gear. Get a autographed mini helmet from our boy Deshaun White. He's got footballs, stuff like that on there too, and then a lot of other cool gear.
Oh, for sure. And that leads me to the next thing I want to talk about. Same kind of story with the women's basketball team, but a little bit different. They weren't expected to be this good. And so it was amazing. They got ranked. They beat a lot of people that people did not think they would beat. And they got to a point where people did not think they would be. So super cool. Basketball as a whole for University of Oklahoma is on the come up. Like, it really is. And it feels amazing to say that, because I love
on the way up. Both programs,
Yeah.
Jenny Baranchek, dude, she needs to be coach of the year, like NCAA coach of the year, because the job that she done was amazing.
I don't know who else would get it or who's more deserving.
Yeah. And we're just, it was a bad loss to Baylor, but we're in the tournament. We just got to see where we're seated, come Selection Sunday tomorrow, or when this video drops. So be looking for that and cheering our girls on, because it'll be a fun run, man. We'll see what they can do.
Well, and I would love to see us get to the point where Baylor is in basketball, where every single night we could lose this game. And you kind of got not on the talent and just that level, but we're kind of in the middle to where, like, oh, wow, we could lose this team if we don't bring our game. And that goes for men's and women's. And so it's really cool to see, because yes, we love Trae Young, we love Buddy Hield, we love Blake Griffin, we love the guys that are in the NBA that have came to Oklahoma. But me personally, I wanted to see an all-around team effort rather than Trae Young going out there, balling out, lose first game of the tournament, and that's it. And so it was super cool to see what both of these coaches can do.
Oh yeah, for sure. And like we talked about, it's almost the same thing as, these are both first-year head coaches, which is crazy. The success that we've had this year for both teams. And, the next couple of years when they get their recruits in and they get a full recruiting class and what they can do and just the, energy and stuff that they both bring. People always say it's like Porter Moser and Brent Venables are like twins with their energy and the way they bring it. And it's infectious, man. It's awesome. And guys are going to want to play for that. They want that coach that's going to push them, that's going to expect a lot out of them, but at the same time, they're going to love on them and get the best out of them. So same for Jenny Baranchek. So she's got a lot of energy, a lot of fire too.
Yeah, it's exciting. It is very, very exciting. And that leads me to the next thing I want to talk about. Drew, what is going on with OU baseball, man?
Man, I don't know. It's right now we're 6-5. There's a game going on as we're shooting this. UTSA weekend series started today, and then we play a doubleheader on Sunday against UTSA at Eldale Mitchell Park. So if you guys are around the Norman area, go check them out. We're 6-5. had a couple really good wins there at the beginning of the year, but pitching has kind of been struggling. The bats are hot and cold. Just a lot of inconsistency right now at the early part of the year, and so hopefully we can, as things get going and we finish out non-conference play and then get into conference here in a little bit, few weeks. We can get some more consistency. So
I hope going into conference we'll be able to pick up a couple more wins, kind of even the gap on that win-loss ratio and that percentage, because it's really important. It shows you how good of a team you are. So it's hopefully we can get more consistent. Hopefully we can win more games and not be 6-5, 7-6, 8-6, whatever the case is. But
well, because Christian, he always gives me crap all the time because me and Andrew will be talking baseball in the group chat all the time. He's like, guys, I don't care. You guys are you guys are baseball guys, and what's all this double play, and he's got ERA this and whatever that. And I'm like, dude, we're baseball guys. We can't hide it. So I always want to see our baseball team do well, and it's been a while since we've been to Omaha, since 2010, and that needs to change. So
yeah, and Sooner Nation, if you did not know, Andrew is our producer and our advisor on the team here at AnythingOU. His Twitter will be in the description, so definitely go give him a follow. I'm sure you guys know him, Sooner Soup guy, very well known in the Twitter space community, and he helps us out a lot. There's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that y'all don't get to see on video, so it's great to have him. But yes, Drew is right. I'm not a big baseball fan. I love going to baseball games, but I'm not a big fan of watching baseball. Softball is different because it just goes faster, and OU softball run rules everybody. So it's usually like 45 minutes to an hour. And so I don't know, softball is just, it has nothing to do with like, oh, baseball just takes, longer, whatever. It's strictly, I'm just a bigger fan of softball. I realize it's the same sport, but I'm just a bigger fan of softball than I am baseball. I try to keep up with baseball, and now that I have these guys who are talking about it in the group chat, I'm more in the know than like what I was before. So it's kind of cool.
Hey, it's vice versa when you talk about track. So
yes, yeah,
hey, we balance it out. So
yeah, when we brought on the previous guest Paul Martin, I was super excited about it, and it was just like, man, I'm so excited we get to talk about track. And Drew was just like, hey man, I don't know that much. It's like you kind of go with it. I was like, okay, I'll go with it. But yeah, football, still messing with Smitty. Where Oklahoma University is going in spring break. And I know some people have already left, went home. Some people are still there. So spring break, sure, a lot of the players hopefully are going home, be able to spend time with their families, stuff like that. And I'm sure when they come back, man, they are in for it. I'm sure practice
is spring football practice, and I am fired up.
I'm fired up.
Yeah. So, because what that means after the spring practice, then we got the spring game coming up on in late April, and we're excited about that. Baker Mayfield gets the statue and all that, so that'll be cool.
No, Baker Mayfield getting a statue is going to be super cool. You obviously expect Kyler's to come in the next few years. I know Drew's excited about that one, as obviously I am too. So big Kyler fans over here. We're also big Baker fans, but that's an argument that we'll have for another Sooner summary of who's better.
Yeah, we might bring JP back on and have a debate or something.
Debunk it.
Yeah, debunk it. So, but yeah, we love them both, and they were great, and to have their place in history at OU and in Heisman Park is just a testament through years and years of success, and
for sure
7 Heisman trophies. Not very many people in the nation can say that. I think Ohio State is tied with us. So
nobody can say back-to-back Heisman's, back-to-back first-round picks. I mean that in itself shows you what Oklahoma football is all about. So it gives you an idea of when we are at our best, this is what we produce, and that's a great thing to have.
And speaking of that, Sooner fans, when it comes to recruiting, that Parker Thune video will drop on Wednesday. Man, we had a good time with him. That video, that interview, he talks about some recruiting, stuff like that. So get ready for that video this next week. So,
it was a fun one. Be sure for a teaser to come out on Tuesday. And man, it's a good one. If you haven't been able to have the chance to go look into kind of some of the recruiting that's going on with the 23 and 24 class, and also what we're bringing back, and what we all as Sooner Nation kind of expects, but from a radio and the 247 sports guy, what he expects us to do as football side. Go check it out. It was a great video, and I know we had a lot of fun doing it. So gymnastics had a meet last Friday. We got some perfect 10s in there. If you don't know what a perfect 10 is, it's pretty much your run was perfect and they score you 10 out of 10, and which very hard to do, you know, because judges for gymnastics are super picky about everything has to be perfect. And for an athlete to do anything perfect, or a human being to do anything perfect, it's great.
Those girls have to have their toenails painted a certain color to get a perfect 10. So
and you know, the men's gymnastics is killing it. Women's gymnastics is killing it. We won the meet last Friday, so I don't think there was one this weekend or next weekend, just because of spring break. Somebody in the comments can correct me on that, but yeah, we're killing it in a lot of different sides of OU sports and the university. You know, snow. So it melted, but there was some snow this weekend, and that's all I got, man. Drew, you got anything?
Hey, chasing national championships. Our gymnastics teams, tennis, golf, and fired up for their postseason and see what they can do.
That's another thing is golf. Our golf team is destroying right now.
Nope. Numero uno.
Yeah. Hey, go off.
Hey, it's always a great day to be a Sooner.
Of course. Sooner Nation, we hope you enjoy the Sooner summary, and have a great weekend. Have a great week. And this has been it. That's been everything for the AnythingOU podcast and the Sooner summary. I'm your host, Christian Williams. We hope you did enjoy this video. We have the Parker Thune video coming out on Wednesday and a bunch of other stuff coming up the line. Stay tuned. We have some exciting stuff coming on at the AnythingOU podcast, and we are sponsored. Link in the description. Bring in the boom and Sooners Stoops, Coach Stoops Goat shirt. So go check it out. Drew, you got anything you want to leave the people with, man?
Hey, I already said it through the summary, but man, our teams are locked and loaded. It's exciting to be a Sooner, and the future is definitely bright. But yeah, as always, go follow us on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, bell for notifications. All of our social media platforms will be in the link below. Hey, we love you. Thank you for your support, and as always, Boomer
Sooner.